All right, I really hope the Alabama State athletic director has Eddie Robinson Jr. come out and apologize. You don't see Nick Saban and Jimbo Fisher acting like that. Even yesterday, you seen Saban saw Fisher, he turned around, shook his hand. They've been going back and forth in the media all off season, but when they're on the field together, they handle themselves like professionals because they understand they have to be the leaders. They have to make the examples for the young men they lead. They got to show them play hard. I'm going to coach hard, but then afterwards I'm going to shake hands like an adult and move on. Him saying, "Oh, you gonna try and give me no Obama bro hug and all that other stuff?" No, I ain't want to just shake your hand. Like it just, he sounds like my cousin said this. She was one of my older cousins. She said this before she passed away. She lived to be almost 90. She said black people didn't progress; they regressed in the last 70, 80 years. And she said we filled up with too many jealousies, insecurities, and petty beefs. First of all, him saying run up the score is ridiculous. The damn final was 26 to damn 12. You see coaches where they're getting pounded. Regular coaches on ESPN and regular FBS schools, and they understand that if your offense is running the offense and your second team can't stop their second team, then they're taught to score because they got to get reps in. You don't turn around and get mad about that. It ain't like it was 44 to nothing and he made it 49 to nothing. It was 26 to 12, and all that you ain't swag dog. Like it just looks really immature and really bad. When have y'all ever heard Jimbo Fisher say, "Yeah, Nick Saban ain't SEC, I'm SEC"? Have you ever heard Shane Beamer? He ain't SEC, I'm SEC. Kirby Smart, he ain't SEC. I'm like, come on, man. What kind of childish crap are we into, man? And as grown men supposedly leading young black men. And right there when he did that, I seen black women there and all. And right there I had to say, maybe this is why black women act the way they act, because look at their damn example. Look at how this dude acted. It was embarrassing. And then your stadium sold out. Nobody was watching HBCU like the loyal people was watching HBCUs who always been loyal. But it wasn't a general interest like that. This is on ESPN Top Plays. Like he's bringing, like we complain about not getting money. We got all these shows like Why Not Us on ESPN Plus talking about we don't have money like the Big Ten. Somebody's bringing money, and then you got somebody hating and saying, I don't know if this is good for the con. Like it's just ridiculous. Like you black people, y'all don't want to have a better situation. Y'all don't want to have your own money. Y'all don't want stuff to be better. Y'all want to keep the same problems going, and it's crazy. I can't believe it. Y'all want to keep the same problems going. How he should have handled this is what he said at the end. He should have shook his hand, showed a good example, and then say, I don't want him to take a big job because I want revenge. I want to beat them on their home field, and I hope they schedule us on homecoming. That's all he should have said. And then shook his hand professionally. But don't sit there and say, it has something to do with him running around the field and him doing this in the pregame and that. Because your players were yelling the F word at him. Your players were calling Jackson State's water girls B words. And then we talk about disrespect for black women. The only way they come at that energy like that is that you're teaching them to act like that. They're acting like that because you taught them to act that way. That's why they're screaming and that hostile towards Jackson State. Because you that hostile towards Jackson State. So many rivalry games, Mississippi versus Mississippi State, Ohio State versus Michigan. Coaches beef. They might not like each other personally, but you don't never. The players ain't thinking about calling the water girl the B word before the game. They focused on the game, and afterwards they ain't saying F you to a legend like Primetime. If you're a player at Texas A&M, you ain't saying F Nick Saban. You going up to shake his hand because you want to be in the presence of a legend, and it's an honor to compete against him. We the only people that throw stuff under the bus because of petty, tight, butt-cheek emotions. I'm so mad that now Dion's in this conference. I'm going to act like a 10-year-old and try and be tough. And I'm glad to see some of the comments I saw where everybody's like, man, that was some sucker stuff by Eddie Robinson Jr. So I hope, and that name, I don't know if it's because he holds that name, that he's always been the prince of that conference and everybody looked up to him. And now everybody looks up to Dion. I don't know what the hell it's about, but it's really sad and it's really embarrassing. And I hope the athletic director has him make an apology. And Deion is like me. He says, well, once you say what you say, you meant what you said, so I move on. I ain't doing no apologies the next day. But even if Deion don't pick up that phone, he should make a phone call and say, my bad, that was unprofessional. We're trying to lead young black men in HBCU universities. We got to conduct ourselves better than that. Oh, that was ridiculous. I'm out, man.